Okay. I'd like to welcome everyone to the February 27th, 2020 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you please join me in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. I'm Jeff Benton, President of the Board. To my right is our Vice President, Gary Merrill, and our County Administrator, Mike Fromer. To our left is fellow Commissioner Barb Lewis, and our today is Sarah DeNova. We can start.
Resolution number 20-195, in the matter of approving electronic record of proceedings from regular meeting held February 24th, 2020.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 20-195. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
We have no public comment this morning. Resolution number 20-196, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants in batch number CMAPR 0226 and memo transfers in batch numbers MCAPR 0226.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote.
Vote on motion 20-196. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-197, in the matter of approving an investment reporting agreement between Meter Public Funds Incorporated and Delaware County, Ohio.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Treasurer Ringel.
Thank you for allowing me to come before you this morning. I want to briefly mention how that process for investment reporting is currently done, and then that will give credence to why I think the new contract should be approved. Currently, it's a very time-consuming and inefficient process in the county treasurer's office. All of the county's investments in the investment portfolio are put into a software manually by the county treasurer, which takes away time from the actual buying and selling of securities and management of the portfolio. So this investment reporting contract would outsource that reporting function to a third party. That way we would not only be able to get better reporting that would be provided to the Investment Advisory Committee, but it would be more efficient use of time and resources of the office. And I'm here to answer any questions you have about the contract.
Just a couple comments maybe. I know we've talked about this, but this contract can be voided in 30 days.
Yes.
30 days notice, which is good, because I think one of the common things you'll see in this arena is one of the brokers provides this as part of their services. So that's good. I wouldn't want to enter into a long-term contract, but I do agree it's desperately needed. You know, we just don't have really good overall reporting as we try to look at the way we manage the portfolio, try to refine it and improve the yields a little bit. Anyway, good idea, and look forward to the next Investment Advisory Committee, which is next month, so we can see these reports hopefully.
Absolutely.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 20-197. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-198, in the matter of designating that an additional amount of collections of delinquent taxes and assessments be deposited to the Treasurer's Delinquent Tax and Assessment Collections Fund in accordance with ORC 321.261B.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
This resolution will provide additional funding to the county's land bank for reutilizing abandoned, forfeited, and vacant parcels in the county. That way we can get them back on the tax rolls and hopefully provide more funding to our school districts and localities. So I appreciate your consideration.
The only comment I have on this is I think this is an amount that makes sense. It does enough to do the job without being excessive, and I think it's a number that we can all work with and work from.
I agree.
Yeah, I would agree. We need to keep the movement of cash into the land bank at a minimum, just because we don't know how active it's going to be. We don't know what role they're going to play in some of these or most of these properties, and how many properties we'll have and when. So anyway, I think this accomplishes that. It will need funding, you know, to accomplish some of the things we're talking about, but didn't want to put too much money into it. So makes sense. So good. Vote.
Vote on motion 20-198. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-199. In the matter of approving Amendment Number 1 to the agreement for the 2019 Local Agricultural Easement Purchase Program Cooperative Agreement between the Ohio Department of Agriculture and Delaware County Commissioners.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Morning, Scott Stevens, Administrator at the Delaware Soil and Water Conservation District. Hopefully this looks familiar to you. This is a typical agreement as we move the funds forward from year to year with the Department of Agriculture for the farmland purchase, easement purchase program. We ask that you approve, and certainly answer any questions if you have any.
How did we end up with more funding? Is it the usual process, all the funds
It's
weren't
just moving it forward from the 19, updating the 19 agreement as we move into 20. It generally takes, it's still, and they've expedited the process significantly in the last year, but it's still, the funds are going to move forward from year to year. We'll never get them closed in the same year as the agreements initially executed.
But I thought we got another 30-some thousand with this.
So that would be the crumbs, and we've that's come up before periodically, depending on what other local sponsors do, maybe farms drop off, or there's something comes up in the title search. I mean, there's just various reasons. The family just decides to back out. They can make our easements a full purchase price. So, but that's determined at the point that the landowner accepts that. Once they accept that initial amount, then it's not going to go up, so.
And it looks like we have two properties.
We do.
that will be in this cycle.
In this cycle, correct.
So, good. And it needs to be closed by June of 21?
That's the goal. Like I say, they've significantly expedited the process. Sarah Huffman, I think she knows a couple of you anyway.
Yeah.
She's the executive director of the department now, and she's made some adjustments, kind of internal. They hired another staff attorney there to get through the title. That was the big lag in the past, was the title review process. They do 90-year look backs. It's reams of paper. On an individual farm, they see about 65 or 70 of those a year, so it was just taking a long time for the available staff in the past to get through those. So I think they're certainly optimistic, and we will be as well, that we'll hit that date. So
And we'll have all appropriate easements in place to protect other landowners.
we do.
I say that every time.
Yes, sir.
because I think it's important enough.
Yes, sir.
I agree.
If you don't do that, then some landowner could be suffer upstream, as I call it.
That's right. Yeah, we executed an MOU in addition to the easement language itself to protect the interests, utilities, and road right-of-way and so forth on all the easements going forward from the 2016 round when we initially started the program. And
My
to-
redundancy, just to make sure that's always top of mind. So.
Yes, absolutely.
You do
Yep.
mention it
I do
consistently.
every time.
It's been, yeah.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 20-199. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-200, resolution of necessity for purchase or lease of motor vehicles for the use of the Delaware County Drainage Maintenance Program.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Budgeted expense for 2020 in the drainage maintenance budget. Happy to answer any questions about the vehicles or use if there would be any. Otherwise, ask that you would approve.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 20-200. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-201, in the matter of declaring personal property obsolete, unfit, or not needed for public use.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Questions? 2012 F-250 it's served us well. It's time to move on.
What's the mileage on it?
160,000, something like that. They see a lot of road miles. The drainage maintenance vehicles are all over the county every day, so they see a lot of use. This truck would have pulled a trailer quite a little bit, so it's time.
Used hard.
It is time.
All right. Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 20-201. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-202, in the matter of approving the exchange of motor vehicles with the Delaware Soil and Water Conservation District.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. It's an unusual one.
It is a little unusual. You'll recall we have some staffing changes over the last year or so with the retirement of Milt Link, and the Jeep that was purchased through the Drainage Maintenance Fund was Milt's get to the meeting vehicle. With the staffing changes and kind of division of responsibilities, the Drainage Maintenance staff just wasn't using this Jeep. Their pickup, they need equipment to go with them, and that wasn't necessarily the need in the past. What they've been using, and we've been billing mileage to Drainage Maintenance for this district-owned vehicle. It just makes sense to save us the paperwork or the mileage and just move those vehicles internally, so just make a little less paperwork on our end. And the Jeep has very low, mine only has about 16,000 miles on it, I think. It's very low miles, it's just not getting used, just not what they need at this point. We have a 2008 Escape that's, assuming this happens, it's going to go away, and the Jeep will replace a district vehicle there, so, yeah, a little odd.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, vote.
Vote on motion 20-202. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number
Thanks, Scott.
20-203, in the matter of approving the estimate bid specifications and setting bid opening date and time for the project known as Delaware County ITB number 20-01, Facilities Turf Mowing Services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, John Melvin, Director of Facilities. This is to bid out lawn mowing services for the remote locations, all the EMS stations, and the jail property. So we've contracted this out the last few years. It's gotten to the size we want to do a multiple-year award bid.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 20-203. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution
Jen.
number 20-204, in the matter of setting the date and time and to receive statements of qualifications for the Olentangy Environmental Control Center headworks and aeration upgrades for the Delaware County, Ohio Regional Sewer District Progressive Design Build Project.
Second.
Take your pick.
Take your pick, yeah.
All right, we'll hear some discussion from the star of the video on Tuesday. One of the stars,
see
there were
that
multiple
video.
stars. You haven't seen it yet?
No, I missed the event.
Okay.
no. Tiffany Mag, Director of Environmental
I know.
Services.
Well, they
asked
took
her
you out
that,
of it. You didn't
too.
know that then.
What's that? So this project is, it was identified in our 2016 master plan, and we've been performing a facilities plan for the OECC treatment plan over the past couple years. And some of the projects that were identified included the new headworks as well as some aeration upgrades. So what we're doing here is we're recommending going forward with a progressive design build project to go ahead and do both of those simultaneously. The total estimated cost is around $35 million currently. We're hoping to get some contractor feedback during our value engineering efforts during design of this project. That's why we've selected to do the progressive design build. So hopefully we can bring that cost down a little bit. But we look at over the next year doing design, and then the construction efforts will be a couple years after that. So take any questions that you have.
Yeah, one of the questions I had was timeline, but you covered that, so.
Yeah, I'd say at least a year for design, and then probably at least 2 years for construction, because it is a pretty substantial
Does this
project.
expand the capacity?
So right now, the plant currently can do 4.5 MGD. This project will get us to 6 MGD.
Okay, I thought there was
So
some
it's,
expansion.
it will give us some additional capacity, but really, the overall need is for the future projects. We don't have a headworks at all right now at the plant, which is, it's critical that we have a headworks to provide proper screening and also to have the pump station that can pump those type of flows through the plant. So it sets us up for the future.
Well, planning ahead is important, and obviously this carries a large price tag, but we're prepared for the future by what we do today. so.
Right, and this is the largest project that we're going to have at OECC, and we anticipated that when we did the master plan.
And what year was the Olentangy Center originally built? I know
I
it's,
think it was 1976 was the
Yeah.
original plant, and then it was expanded in 96, I believe. And it actually took that north plant out of service, the one that was built in 76. So that's been sitting there mothballed ever since. So this, is also an effort to prepare us to bring that side of the plant back online.
I just comment that, having been out there several times, it does not look that old, which says a lot about how we maintain it and take care of it, and you would never think it was that old. so.
Right, yeah, especially from the ground up, everything is really well maintained. I think when you get down inside the tanks, we are seeing real need for this equipment to be replaced.
Mike? Yes.
I was just going to say, there's been very minimal upgrades to this plant. I think there was some biosolids, and it physically looks nice, but over time, the processes have not been maintained. Equipment has not been replaced. The technology actually has fallen behind. So it's in need of some love, but the expansion is part of it as well.
Yes, after reading your explanation, it's a big price tag, but it's very necessary.
That's,
So,
yeah, that's a
glad to
critical part of our sewer
Right,
system,
right.
no doubt about it. So, okay, vote.
Vote on motion 20-204. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-205, in the matter of approving an agreement with Peterson Construction Company for the CMAR services for the Alum Creek Water Reclamation Facility Clarifier Upgrade Project.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion?
So this is the project that we've been discussing for the past several months. We've gone through the process of selecting a contractor, and now we've negotiated a contract with them. So that contract will be for them to help with the design services, and then we'll eventually agree on a guaranteed maximum price. Right now, we currently have that estimated at $4 million. And again, this project is to upgrade the clarifier mechanisms as well as doing some splitter box modifications at our Elm Creek plant. And this should be basically the last project to get us where we really need to be with that plant. So we're really excited to get this project finished and have that plant, just basically ready to roll for the next 10, 15 years.
Okay, what timeline on this project then?
This one will be probably a one-year design effort as well, similar to the last project, and probably 1 year for construction at the most, because it is a smaller project.
Okay. All right, vote.
Vote on motion 20-205. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-206, in the matter of approving the sanitary sewer subdividers agreement for Liberty Grant Communities, Sections 1, Phases A, B, and C.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
So this is the big Schottensteins project that's just west of Sawmill, between Home and Hyatt's. This project it's a standard subdividers agreement, but what it's doing is it's allowing them to install the trunk sewer along what they're calling Liberty Grand Boulevard, and it'll service basically that entire development with a 15-inch all the way down to an 8-inch sewer.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 20-206. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-207, in the matter of awarding a bid and approving a contract between the Delaware County Commissioners and Strasser Paving Company for the project known as DEL-CR10, CR72, Cheshire Road, Old State Road Roundabout.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
Morning, Commissioners. Rob Riley, Chief Deputy Engineer. We received several bids for the Cheshire Road and Old State Road roundabout project. The low bid came from Strasser Paving, whom we worked with several times before. They do really, really good work. They did actually the roundabout and Pyatt Road construction last summer. The bid was $1.46 million, about 11% under the engineer's estimate. So we were very happy to see that. Schedule for this project, we anticipate starting construction around June 1st, and we've allowed about 5 weeks of time in the construction contract for a closure of the intersection. We've provided a pretty significant incentive to the contractor to get the work done more quickly, and we certainly hope they'll do that, and I have every expectation that they will. This is really a critical intersection because the detour while that intersection is closed is going to be a pretty long detour to go all the way around either north or south. So we recognize the impact it's going to have on the traveling public, but this is really a needed upgrade to that intersection, particularly since the Olentangy Berlin High School has been open. So looking forward to get this done. I would mention this is one of two projects we'll be doing in that area this summer. The second we'll be out to bid for the Africa Road and Cheshire Road resurfacing and shoulder paving project, which I know you're familiar with, and we'll be bidding that out shortly. So both of those are coordinated together. Very glad to see both these projects getting done this summer, and we'll do everything we can to get the road open as quickly as possible.
I'm assuming Berlin Fire and Orange Fire will have conversations to serve that Old State area, because I'm sure Orange can get there quicker than Berlin can with that new
Yeah,
flow.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 20-207. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
I did want to thank
have a-
Jane and Marissa for their work on the videos. They made me look as good as I can, which is not an easy task. So I think that those turned out really well.
You have a future staff engineer you brought along with you this morning?
We'll see. This is my son Joel. He's
Welcome.
off school today, and he's going to be helping me out. And also, Lee Bodenar. Lee's our new administrator for the office, so he'll be overseeing some of the operations, and really glad to have him on board as well.
Welcome.
So you a golfer, Joel?
He's done the Top Golf thing, so we're
Okay.
starting with that.
We're getting there.
Kind of like, yeah.
All right, thank you.
That brings us to administrative reports.
Morning, Commissioners. Just wanted to update you that we had a TID meeting on Wednesday, a special meeting, and at the meeting, we approved or awarded a bid to Complete General for the Hyatts Road intersection work as well as the sewer improvements. So that project will be moving forward, which is critically needed along the 23 corridor there, so.
It'll really transform that area, which is not one of our best areas. So it's good to see that moving forward.
So that's all I
Commissioner
have.
Merrill?
I have a lot I could comment on today, but I'm going to limit to 4 things. The state of the county, I think I've already told Jane verbally and in writing, great job. I think we all left there very proud of what's going on in our county, and a lot of great comments I heard there and after I left as well. So kudos to everybody that's involved, and kudos to everybody in the county that makes all these good things happen. It's a team effort. After that, I went to More Safe Policy for 11:30 to 1 o'clock meeting, and that went well as we talked about legislation that impacts all of us. And tonight is regional planning, and it will be here in the Hayes Building tonight because of voting. And tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I believe it is, we have a legislative meeting. So with that, I'll pass the baton.
Mr. Lewis?
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Jane and Marissa. It was a great event. It really was, and I received so many positive comments afterwards, too, from people. So everything was super. Thank you very much. And we have a re-entry meeting this afternoon. This is, again, part of Stepping Up is a part of this, and so we have many different agencies represented in that. It's, which is great because we have more and more people start coming again. So looking to give people a second chance, and this is so very important, and got a lot of good people dedicated to do that. And I will be going this weekend to the National Legislative Conference for the County Commissioners Association in DC. So looking forward to that, always learn a lot. And I am on the Justice and Public Safety Committee, which meets on Saturday. So I'll report back.
Okay, good.
That's it.
Yeah. I would also I would thank Jane and Marissa, but they're getting too much appreciation, so they're gonna have to even do better next year. I'll challenge you guys to do an even better job next year. No, it was serious, it was great. Mike also did a great job as
Mike
well.
did, right, right.
As MC, I
Yes.
guess this was kind of the unofficial title, but, yeah, the whole thing went extremely well, heard nothing but great, praise for it. Tom Stolf was very impressive, and the baby cheetahs that had been born
Don't forget
in
the
vitro.
kangaroo.
And Commissioner Merrill got a picture taken with his baby kangaroo, and the sand cat was there. I mean, it was just a really well-done
I
event.
like how, right when we started at 9, all the animals went out
I
into
know, I noticed
it was almost like it was staged that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Marissa and
That was
Jane had every detail down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, again, it was a great event, the best yet, and next year, I'm sure we'll challenge them to make it even bigger and better.
Oh,
So, just, again, I think just one other thing, I've got SEPCO board meeting tomorrow morning, so we'll see how things are progressing at SEPCO. One of the key topics is going to be the appropriate levels of capital at SEPCO, because they've got very high capital levels, and that should, we're going to have a discussion on what the appropriate level should be, and that may help us financially going forward with the healthcare costs. So,
I think you have a vote tomorrow on the agreement.
the agreement too, right. So anyway, good stuff going on at SEPCO. And with that, we do have need for executive sessions.
We do. Resolution number 20-208, in the matter of adjourning into executive session to consider the sale of property at competitive bidding for for pending or imminent litigation for collective bargaining.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion, vote?
Vote on motion 20-208. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Aye, we're now in executive session.
Resolution number 20-209, in the matter of adjourning out of executive session.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion, vote?
Vote on motion 20-209. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Okay, with that, we are adjourned.
Thank you. No session Monday.